Welcome back. This is WookieFanboi, and we're going through another Crucible round. This one really is just illustrative of how a bad network connection can affect you. The person that you're going to see here who ends up being the top scorer actually has, I think the character is a hunter in this control match. But the user account has 3 different characters, and I don't think the hunter is the primary. But definitely pretty well used in Crucible, and not a very high KD, like just above 1.1 or something like that. But they just have a more or less a glorious match, and you can guess why. It's because there is a problem with their internet or network connection, and you know, it's relatively impossible for people to score hits. You know, grenades and rocket launchers are basically the only thing, because they're area effect, and it allows you to hit. You'll see a couple of other things going on here where this was not a great match for me at all. I think I ended up with like a .47 or something like that. But yeah, I actually ended up killing myself with that grenade, even though the other person had the final shot, the coup de grace. The grenade really did me in, so be a little more careful with that. I was playing kind of wild. I was kind of seeing the end of the Thorn bounty, and I just basically wanted it over with. I think this was close to 3 o'clock in the morning at the time I started playing, so obviously I'm getting a little bleary-eyed. But this guy and I had a big interchange. It's funny because you see this player, Miriam7. This is the one I was talking about earlier, with the bad network connection. It was actually credited with killing me, but it was on the death banner. It showed, on the death report, it showed a misadventure, which was basically my own grenade had killed me as I jumped over my opponent, and the grenade exploded. So I'm not really sure how that counted. It did show also on the sidebar where you know, the death reports come up when people are killed. You know, where it was that user again. The Vex is really really trouble in the Crucible. I know a lot of people. You'll hear a lot of people complaining if you're on Reddit very much. You'll hear a lot of people complaining about how it was nerfed, which is basically that it was adjusted down for Crucible play, and but it's still probably the most deadly primary weapon there is in the Crucible.
Lost the lead.
I think I must not have had my my grenade thing up. I might have changed
Heavy ammo inbound.
Armor or something like that, because my grenades were falling way short in this match. I don't know how that happened.
Heavy ammo available.
So here again, I realize that people are coming, and I'm not gonna. I don't know why you hit me, but good job on you. I actually waited for you. But this is another thing. In a previous video, you saw that tracking, somebody was able to sidestep just by walking sideways, and you know, strangely, that person wasn't. It's I guess the main problem with Crucible is the inconsistency of results. So, you know, you're in game, you're 10 feet away. That should count as you know, a lethal shot if you're using a shotgun. You know, if you're using the same tracking rocket launcher, it should have the same effect at the same distance every time. That was obviously. I'm always kind of confused by that, how the shoulder charge wins out over a shotgun. Honestly, but no. I've also been known to use the shoulder charge quite a bit, and it's definitely one of the shotgun. Somebody with a shotgun in the past.
Zone B neutralized.
You won't see it here because I'm playing a void mode
Zone B
for the
secure.
thorn bounty. And I really just had real trouble, like just settling down and getting into a rhythm of the game. So it was at best a one-to-one matchup, but obviously didn't work out that way a lot. So you see that immediately Miriam 7 jumps up to the top of the VAG was playing an excellent game. I could not get a handle on him. Every single time it was trouble for me to do it. But thankfully, what I was able to do was get him in position most of the time for one of my other teammates to finish him or get that. And there we
Enemy
go.
captured Zone B. Enemy controls all zones.
Now watch as Miriam literally, like within 2 seconds, is halfway across the map. It's really, I'm still at a loss to understand how the, so that's 2 seconds right there, 1, 2, and I'm just able to get, a couple hundred feet
Heavy ammo on
to
the way.
one section of the map. But how movement works for some people.
Heavy
did,
ammo available.
I did have trouble, like, I think it took me another 2 deaths to figure out that I didn't have any special ammo. So you can tell I'm having a rough night and not really paying attention when that kind of thing happens. So I ignored the special ammo box right there. Which worked out in the end. So this is not going to be a very exciting video. There's not much to comment on. I just want to show how exclusively and entirely having a red internet connection can affect your gameplay, meaning that people take advantage of having a much better chance at winning with their internet connection in the red, and then because the Bungie servers are having trouble syncing the action, right? And that this particular player was, at best mediocre, then dominated the round. So that's always fun. I really try to take note of Sunsingers. So I think that if you're going to play Crucible, don't be surprised by the sudden reappearance, right? By their self-resurrection. What you want to do is just stand by. Basically, every time I have a kill on a Sunsinger, I actually will just stand over them and wait until their body disappears. And you may notice also throughout these videos that it takes me a while to respawn, and that's intentional. I wait the timer out because if I'm having a bad day, see now that again, you're looking at a magnetic grenade that doesn't work as intended. It just randomly did not stick, and that's a problem. I mean, I don't know what Bungie's justification is for that, what they can say about that, but that player and I, if you saw, were both in the green as far as network goes. So there's no reason in the world that grenade should not have stuck. It hit his leg on his way in.
Heavy ammo inbound. Looks like you've misjudged your enemy.
That was at least one good kill there.
Heavy ammo available.
And there you have it. I
Zone
definitely
C lost.
got owned in that particular
Defeat
interaction.
is
So
not surrender,
it's too bad.
Guardian.
he celebrates. So we'll see at the end here. I'm just going to show the KD ratio for the player who had the worst internet connection, and it's pretty outrageous for somebody who normally gets like a 1-1 or something like that. And of course that has an effect on how how everyone else's results are. And they disappeared immediately after the match. So I missed the KD ratio. I'm sorry.